Hi, I'm Pattu from freefincal. Let's talk about what can only be considered as truly bizarre. There are several index funds and even ETFs that are as expensive as active funds. Of course, these are passive funds that are beyond the Nifty and the Sensex. So anything beyond Nifty and Sensex, if you look at choices in the in the passive fund category, they're quite expensive. Let's take a few examples. If you look at the Nifty Next 50 index funds, all of them cost 0.3% to 0.33%. Now, there is nothing truly difficult about managing a Nifty Next 50 fund. The portfolio is known, the index curator offers it probably at a slightly higher price than Nifty or Sensex, but this is 3 times higher than that cost, and that can only be because of the AMC trying to get a profit, and that's just a huge margin, because the Nifty Next 50 has underperformed Nifty or Sensex for the last few years, and such a high expense ratio would only make it worse. Now, even the Nifty and Sensex, the things are not great. If you look at the Nifty fund, UTI Nifty fund, what was 0.1% in March 2021 became 0.2% in December 2021. That's just what I would like to call as a dump and pump strategy. That is, you keep the TER low so that investors dump in the money, and then once enough AUM has dumped in, you pump up the TER. The TER is, of course, the total expense ratio. It gets worse. HDFC launched Nifty 50 Equal Weight Index just a few months ago, I think, and that cost 0.4%. I mean, it has got the same stocks as Nifty, and because it's an equal weight index, the weights are also not going to fluctuate too much. Why? What is the justification in paying 4 times more for that? Obviously, of course, the index curator will charge a premium for all these funds. They will say for smart beta strategy, factors for funds, and so on. But still, such a huge margin is basically essentially AMC greed. And the investor, the problem is the investor. Many people, they look at the index performance. When they look at even if you look at the index performance, the equal weight index does not always beat the Nifty 50. But if you now package it into such an expensive product, then beating the Nifty or the Sensex becomes so much higher. Why else would you invest in Nifty equal weight unless you want to beat the Nifty or Sensex? I mean, there's no other reason. That's the big problem. Now, there are several other examples. The Nifty 500 fund from Motilal Oswal costs 0.39%. And Nifty 500 will not always beat Nifty 50. There are many times when it will lag. And if you make the expense ratio so high, then that will just add up to the problem. The Nifty 200 Momentum 30 index fund costs 0.39%. Again, I don't see the justification for it, because momentum will not always beat the Nifty. It just gets bizarre. The ICICI Nifty Low Volatility 30 ETF, it's an ETF, it costs 0.42%. I mean, you can find active funds which are lower than that. I mean, I don't know where is the justification for it. Then you have the Nippon India Infra Bs that's an ETF that costs 1%, more than 1%. Then you have the Sharaya Bs that cost more than 1%. I don't know how this is. I mean, you can't say the AUM is low, therefore the cost is high. That doesn't work, because that's like saying if the AUM is high, the cost, therefore the cost is high, then people will not add further funds into it because the cost is high. I mean, I don't know. This is just bizarre. Even when the passive index share is so small, today it's like ETF share is about 10%. The index fund share is only about 1% of the total AUM. God only knows what the expenses will be when the passive option increases. Many people say funds like Navi, the fund houses like Navi are the answer to it. That's not true, because that fund house has very low market share, so they will always keep the expenses low for now. But how they will behave in future is nobody's guess. And I think it's very important for investors not to play brand advocates for free when all they have is just their opinion to back it up with. Now, I have a large list of ETF and index fund expense ratios. interspersed with active funds. You can see here UTI Master Share, which is an active fund, that's 1.09%. HSBC small cap is 1.09%. You have the Infra Bs, which is just a little bit less expensive. ICICI Blue Chip Fund, that's a actively managed fund, is just as expensive as that. So you have, this is a big problem. Of course, these active funds, many active funds are also keeping their expense ratio low as a part of their own dump and pump strategy. They are just baiting investors to invest. I mean, then they'll just jack it up. So it's sad state of affairs. Of course, the problem is the lack of choices is a problem today. In that sense, I do appreciate that new players come in and they offer less expensive choices. But then once you start investing in them and then they jack it up, just like what UTI did, we can't just keep changing funds. It's not practical. So a lot has to change in this space, but I don't see that happening.